I've lost my family, my career, my health and my self-respect. The words of Nigel Hamilton, a haemophiliac who has also hit out at the government, insisting its failure to provide the same compensation for sufferers here as in England has created a hierarchy of victims.
But a letter from the Secretary of State, which was read out at the infected blood inquiry, reveals Karen Bradley believes it is a matter for the Assembly. Our correspondent Jane Lockery has this report.
Total shock and devastation is how Nigel Hamilton describes his reaction in 1990 to the news he'd contracted hepatitis C from an infected blood product in 1976. Like so many other haemophiliacs, he wasn't informed about his condition. A process of hell, he said, followed: a diagnosis of cirrhosis of the liver, liver cancer, and finally, with an only 20% chance of survival, a liver transplant last year. All this, he told the infected blood inquiry, has ruined his life.
I lost my family, I lost my career, I lost my health, and I lost my self-respect. I will never get justice. How can you bring back that which has been ripped from my life? I will, through you, sir, and your good judgment, I will get closure.
Nigel says it's shameful that victims here have been awarded much less compensation than in England.
That's a sad reflection on a government which has now created a hierarchy of victims under the pretence of it being a devolved matter.
An anonymous witness to the inquiry revealed he'd written to the Secretary of State and asked her to redress this disparity, and described her reply, which she only received this afternoon, that it was best dealt with in the talks process, as stalling.
We will be held back and used as a political football to try and get politicians with no relevance to this inquiry back around the table.
Another anonymous victim described her diagnosis of hepatitis C, of which she was unaware of for many years, as a lonely journey, detailing how at times she was made to feel like a leper. "We are not just statistics," she pleaded, "we are human beings." Fearing how people would react to her because of the stigma surrounding her condition, the woman said she was forced to live a double life.
I had a work life hat and I had a home life hat. I probably had my mask on in my working life, and I could only pull my mask off when I come home.
The older brother and sisters of Seamus Conway, a severe haemophiliac who contracted hepatitis C from infected blood, gave heartbreaking testimony about his death at the age of 45 a year ago from liver cancer. His family too don't feel they were told enough about his condition. They spoke movingly about his last days, how he'd organised his own funeral, and his request to live to see his daughter's 16th birthday, which he did.
Seamus's symptoms were so severe in looking back that we maybe would have had some warning, and maybe that sounds selfish because that's what I would have loved for myself. A bit of preparation for this, you know. And, you know, I have to say, Seamus says to me 2 weeks before he died, "I'm not feared to die." And I says, "Nor should you be." I says, "My mum will be there anyway. You know, she's getting her boy."
All of the witnesses giving evidence to this inquiry are giving an insight into the huge and traumatic impact this blood scandal had and is continuing to have on their lives. While many feel they will never get justice, they hope this probe will finally answer the many allegations that people, not just within the NHS, but also the government, knew exactly what was going on and covered it up. Jane Lockery, UTV Live, Belfast.